Hi everyone, it's Linda from LyndaCreates, and I'm excited because this is the final video for the cover of the Stitch notebook. So check out how I finished the edges. I was getting ready to stitch the cover together with the inside covers and realized I needed some kind of a label. I left this area open on the spine right here for some kind of a label. So I took this was a thrifted fabric that I had in a nice neutral color. So I'm going to do a raw edge and I'm going to stitch it down centered, but I decided also that I am going to, this green fabric, I'm using a die. This is an older one. It's a Sizzix Sidekick bundle die. I think maybe it was included with the Sidekick. Quite possibly. It's older, but it had these really great numbers, and it just seemed perfect for adding. This is going to be volume 1, so I'm going to have a label that will have the number 1 on it. I have my little label. I think what I'll do is just stitch it down. I've been using vintage crochet cotton, Baroque. So I'm going to do something a little strange. I don't want to take this off of the notebook, but I have to stitch this down before I assemble the notebook, obviously. So I'm going to try to do it while it's on the notebook. Work from this side, and I'm just going to do a running stitch around the edge. Nothing fancy, but will also keep it from unraveling further. I need my needle puller. So now you can see that it's album number 1 or notebook number 1. I'll go ahead and start showing you how I'm going to attach the front to the back. I'm on the inside now, and I'm going to start with the inside front cover. So the inside back cover will wrap around, and then the front cover will stitch onto it. And I'm having to do that because I have to keep the outside cover folded, if that makes sense. I think it would make sense once you get to that point yourself. I was trying to decide what kind of stitch I'll do. I could either try to stitch it with a whip stitch where it just goes around and connects it, which might be the best because of the thickness of everything, easier on my hand. I was thinking of doing a blanket stitch, but I think it would be a little too awkward trying to do it showing it on the cover, because if you could imagine, this is kind of far from me, and trying to stitch it here, I can't see what I'm doing. So I'm thinking a whip stitch. I'm going to start in the middle here and go across and down and stop at the down here, and I'm just going to use white thread. Okay, so I'm starting the stitching, and I am using a I'm using white thread, but double thick. And I'm doing a whip stitch. If you go to my website, LyndaCreates.com, Linda with the Y, I have all of the stitches illustrated in steps so you could see how they're created. Okay, so I don't know if you could see, but they're just tiny little stitches, 2 strands of thread, and I'm going to go around, but I'm going to stop filming here because it's kind of hard at this angle to get these stitches to look clean. So I'll be back. I finished stitching together the top edge of the front cover, and you could see how neat that looks. And I'm just starting to come down the side panel, but I just wanted to share that it is working out very well with the white double strand of white thread. It doesn't show up very much on this side, so it's working out really well. And like I said, I'll pull out the working basting stitches as I go. This angle seems to be a little bit better to show you what the whip stitch looks like. So you can see the stitches themselves are vertical, but when you stick your needle through and you're traveling along, it goes in at an angle. Okay, so I have all the edges stitched together, but I have this edge that is in the middle of the binder that is towards the rings, and I need to make it cleaner, do a stitch a lot there. But I wanted to show too that the reason I leave so much of a extra fabric, a seam in there, is because you just never know until after you stitch it all together if you have to adjust any length. You can see over here, this white thread is where I anticipated this fold to end, but I had to give it about another 1/4 inch to come up to this line where the rings are attached. So you want to be able to mush it around a little bit. So I am now, okay, very awkward, but I'm going to do a running stitch. One other thing I wanted to show was I'm just cutting the white thread, and because it was sewn so loosely, it's so easy to remove. The inside front cover is done. I have done a running stitch here. Everything on the edge is all stitched together. So let me show you. There's the front of it. And there's the inside of it. And again, this is still open over here. And now I'm going to start working on the inside back cover, but I need to reposition everything because it takes a little bit of work to get everything to fit together, especially this edge to come to the right spot. And I have everything kind of clipped down, but I'm not sure if it's quite right. Kind of just feeling if everything feels right. Okay, so I'm going to do it twofold. One, I'm going to fold the inside part over first and secure it with a clip. Okay. And then I'm just going to work my way down to clip these pieces in. It's just kind of trial and error. I'm also trying to pull it a little tighter. So now I have the inside secured. Now I need to secure, oh, I can take this off. Now I can secure the outside to it. So let me fold up the binder. And I'm going to work this way because I also want to make sure all of this is folding nicely. Okay, so now I have it all pinned and I can go ahead and start stitching it down. Okay, one more check on the inside too. That edge is straight. Okay, looks good. I'm going to start whip stitching. I finished all of the stitching on the side, so the notebook is completely stitched up. So it's completed. You could see it's hard for me to get it all in camera, but this is all done. And one last thing I wanted to do, I'm going to show you, is after I was all done, I felt like this area was a little plain, and I should have done this earlier. So I'm going to do a little bit of canthus stitching just on the surface here. I'm not going to go through many layers of fabric. I tucked the knot in under here, and I'm just going to just kind of catch just a few layers and do a little bit of stitching. And again, should have done this early on. I think I was going to and totally forgot. I did a few rows of canthus stitching here just to add some texture, interest. So that is the stitch notebook, all complete. Outside, inside, and the back. And I did add the volume number, volume 1, the date in Roman numerals, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed that. This project has been so much fun. It's not over yet because I did this whole thing so that I could have a notebook to hold my slow stitching and stitch artwork. That's the next part, when I'll show you how you can attach everything to this. But the cover is done for now. It has truly been a labor of love and amazing lessons learned and experiences. So much fun. And basically what I did on this cover, inside and out, is to try different stitches, try different techniques, showcase things that I absolutely love, because I will see this every time I open up the stitch notebook. I'll see my favorite flowers. I'll see the beautiful silk and stitching that I love. Outside I'll have my poppy that I absolutely love. I'll see all the stitching and the fabric and just how it all came together. So it makes the whole book more meaningful to me. So that is the stitch notebook. Again, inside will be the next series of videos, and I'll show you how I'm going to insert pages into this. So keep watching for that. I appreciate everyone for watching. Thank you so much. Please check out my website at LyndaCreates.com. That's Lynda with a Y, L-Y-N-D-A. And visit my Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest at LyndaCreates to check out all the fun things I'm doing. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.